Hey Explorers! It is July 31st, the last day of the month
of July.
And also the last day of Google Hangouts.
Ooh.
Still don't know how this is going to affect us. It was kind of funny. We had someone commented, Vivian, who thought we were quitting YouTube. So we said, no, they're changing the platform the way they're doing it. So we're going to be doing other things in a different way. So I'm Derick.
I'm Greggory.
And together we are D&G Explorers. But if you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer, I guess. Wow.
And we have some guests tonight with us. We weren't sure who was going to make it, so it's a mystery for us. We didn't know who was going to be on here too. But we have several people on here tonight, and we are excited to have you. Some are being here for the very first time. So thank you for joining us, you guys. And we have, from our left, we have
Bob and Ashley.
Jim, for More Sunshine, Please.
Pepper Tree Villa.
Which is the three of them there. You got Doug, Arnie, and Ben. You have Steve from Steve's World. And then there's you, which is us here. So you guys go down there and say a quick hello. So Bob?
Can't be sit around. It's too boring.
Hello. Quickly. How's everybody doing? I may not talk as much tonight because my throat's still hurting, so I'm here for support at least.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Doug, you keep making so much noise there. It's drawing back to you, and you're making me incredibly hungry because I want this.
It's not lasting. It's the Dole Whip float.
Yeah. Dilly.
Yeah.
And then we have Jim for More Sunshine, Please.
Hello. Quickly.
Okay, we don't have to be that quick. Come on now.
How is everybody? Pleasure to be here as always.
You sound like an audio animatronic. That's terrifying.
Everybody's on a monotone voice.
Yeah, you are. All right, and the next group of people, Doug and Arnie, I think one said their Eeyore today. I'm not sure.
That was bad.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Dilly.
Dole Whip float with alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I spiked the Dole Whip float that I just made.
The Dole Whip is like losing it. See,
So
it's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good.
As long as you have the main ingredient, which is coconut rum, then I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like
and then PTV2, which is Ben. Ben, hello.
Hi guys, I just got here from work, which is why I'm all dressed up in. I look like a mortician.
Oh my God.
Dear
You look
Lord.
like David Rose. You're in your funeral blacks.
And then we have Steve from Steve's World.
And this is his first time being on our show.
It is. It is, guys. Thank you so much for the invite. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I love all the was it the Infinity?
Yeah.
Back there. That's awesome.
Yeah, these two are both the entire set of the Infinity characters, and those are over there are Legos.
Wow,
that's awesome. So
I got too many things.
Yeah, I was just watching Endgame before we came on.
Oh, nice.
Dilly.
We give you a dilly, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And
all of it is red blueberry ale. Pretty good.
It's kind of like an apple cider, but it's blueberry flavored. Dilly.
I have a protein shake, but we can pretend it's something else if you want.
That works for us, definitely.
I have nothing.
Oh, come on now.
Head lotion.
Jim, you're taking this vegan thing too far.
Yeah, it's a pain. What are you gonna do?
Drink the hand lotion, Ben. It's not worth it.
I just have Gatorade.
So we have a lot of people in the chat already, so we're gonna say not a quick hello, but we'll say hello. We have Rachel Susag, we got Steve's World, Ruth Voorhees, Jenny McGlone, Bob and Ashley, More Sunshine Please, The Lucky Minute,
hey Amanda,
Kay Atwood, Pepper Tree Villa, MLB Destinations, Disney Nerd Herders, Midlife Crazy, and I think I said Jenny McGlone. So welcome everybody, and I'm sure more people will be joining as we go along, but welcome to our show.
Yeah, definitely. I know, well, I don't know if they're still on it, but we got some other people that are also going on there. So thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it so much. A little bit about our thumbnail, which is going to be the Google Hangouts and it leaving I think a lot of people are trying to figure out what they're going to do. So it really isn't going to change anything if you're over 1,000 subscribers and you go live and you're going live by yourself. That shouldn't change. But where it's going to change is what we're doing tonight. We can have at least, or we could have at least up to 10. Is that right, guys? Or was it 8?
It's 10. Well,
10 counting yourself.
Yeah.
And then only live 6. No, 8 because it's 4 and 4. And
Let's talk about this.
oh, this
Google
is 10.
Hangouts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm talking about some other ones. Oh,
Dilly.
I'm sorry, Ben and PTV too. I didn't see you on there. Sorry.
No, that's because I logged on just as you were reading off people, and I wanted to kind of like tag myself.
So for us, we do a lot of our shows with other people on there. That's one of the things that we committed to in our year 2. We wanted to really introduce people to other channels. In fact, we're going to do our Spotlight channel again tonight. And I was looking at it. We've been doing it for 4 months now. So it's our chance to recognize other channels. So it's going to change a little bit, and we're still figuring out which way we are going to go in terms of what platform we're going to use to be able to have more creators on with us in the future. So I know we have someone lined up next week to come on with us, and we're still trying to figure out what's the best way for us to do it. So if you guys mainly go on by yourselves, it's not really going to change a whole lot for you. But going down the line, what do you guys think of Google Hangouts leaving, and will it affect you guys? So Bob first.
I don't think it's going to affect us too much, because usually on our lives, it's just me and Ashley. And if we go to a park and do it live, we'll do it off the phone, and that won't really affect it. So until we find a different way to go, it's what we have to work with, right? My mic was on, right? Okay, just making sure.
There's a couple of options that people can use, so we're gonna see which one works best for us.
I seen this StreamYard we were looking at the other night. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jim, what about you?
Well, normally when I do a Tuesday night live stream, it's just me. I normally don't have guests, and I've just been using Streamlabs. With that, I can throw my video in there or a sound effect or whatever. But if I want a guest, so far, StreamYard looks like it's all right. Even the free version looks like it has possibilities. And I know that for example, when we're watching this here on Google Hangouts and somebody makes a noise or talks, the camera automatically cuts to them. That's a feature of Hangouts. That's not a feature of StreamYard. So if we want to use that, somebody's going to have to be a technical director and choose which cameras we're seeing, or perhaps we can have everybody on the screen at one time. I don't know how appealing that is, but so far for me, Hangouts going away isn't going to affect me terribly. But I am looking at StreamYard right now.
Very good. Pepper Tree Villa, what are you guys doing?
we did watch Dole Whip Dad Jeff's thing, and that is a major turnoff. Where I think the #1 function, and Steve at Steve's World mentioned it, that the camera automatically clicks and goes to the person. I think that's a cool little thing, because with StreamYards, everybody is up in little blocks and they stay that way. So you're having to look at little dots or little tiny boxes all on one screen, or one little itty bitty screen, whatever thing you're looking at. So, you know, unless, like you said, someone's there to go to camera 2, go to camera 3, go to camera 4, that can get super annoying to make the person go to full screen. I believe there is Ecamm Live is like an automatic thing, I think. But we might just play with StreamYards just to get it out of our system, just to see tomorrow, because it's basically going to be just Ben, Arnie, and I. So there might be just 2. 2 is split is not bad. It's just when you get more than like 3 people, 4 people, or up, and you can only have so many people on it. I mean, it sounds really good, and but there's a lot of limitations. The guys who created it were an electrical engineer and a mechanical engineer, so they're not super geeks. They were geeky in a different way. I want geeky software people. and they're super new. So their queue of stuff to get going is not, they can't hold a candle up to what Google Hangouts is. So it sounds like a good little Band-Aid. It sounds like it works. They have put a lot of effort into it, but I want something that's going to be very close. And I know by what Steve says that Google Hangouts might be coming back in a different formation, get resurrected. There's so many different woo-woos out there of stories. I have no idea. So we're just going to find out what tickles our fancy. The whole thing of having to pay yet another subscription, I think we're all getting subscription poor. It turns me off. It's just if we have to pay, I want to make sure I pay for the right one. So that's my diatribe.
Sounds like it would be like the Brady Bunch, a bunch of squares on the screen.
That's a turnoff, because when you're trying to do show and tell, or you're just trying to be like animated or explain something, you have to like really give that attention, and all you're doing is seeing little squares. So your brain has to look at all 4 of the little dots or little squares or 8 or.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's on StreamYards, and then there's Ecamm Live, and this was just nice and convenient.
It'd be like Hollywood Squares. Also.
Yeah. Steve, what are your insights on it? Because I know you do this and that.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, more or less going to be going with them, right?
Yeah, I have no opinion on it. I'm just gonna go with the crowd because, as you could see from the vlog that I just posted this week, I'm a little technologically challenged.
That's all right. So, Steve, what is your insight?
So I've been testing for over 6 weeks because we saw this coming, and it greatly affects what we do, and on not necessarily only on my channel, but with the Dis and That crew that we do on Wednesday nights. So we started. We're all kind of techie in our own way, but I started with this software about 8 or 6 weeks ago. I started testing 8 different softwares, and StreamYard is 95% fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
For us, though, it's greatly affected by 2 things. And one is it does not mobile stream from an app. Now, you can still hook up to phones. So we were testing that last night. So I created the stream here on my computer, sent it out, and you can connect from phone. So I'm assuming you should be able to log into the website from your phone and go in that way to set up a stream. There is no app, though, for you to just go mobile with. Second problem is there's no speaker view. So you either need to do the 4-box cam, which we were practicing with last night. And once you get rid of all the junk around it, it wasn't that bad, especially if you blow up the screen a little bit. But with what we do a lot of interjection, and we do a lot of just ad-libbing. So it's not possible for one person to control whoever the host is can control the different camera views. With that being said, the ease of camera control is extremely beneficial. You can, and it's not delayed at all. It's click, point, click, point, click, point. You can just sit there and rotate between them all. You can bring comments onto the screen, which is good. But again, if you have a 4-person box, it covers up everything. The free version is not bad, except you cannot create your own banners. You cannot create your own logos and backgrounds. You can do all that with the $20 version a month. And the one negative that's going to become a problem is, if you look at the website right now, it says the free version is unlimited for now, but they're in the future at some relatively soon time, they're going to limit the number of streams per free if you have a free subscription. Doesn't say what that is. If it could be 4 a month or it could be 30 a month. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but it does say it's going to limit them. So that could become a major problem as well. And we only need something to get by for the next year or so, because Google Chat and Google Meet are coming out, but they're only available to the early adopter program at Google right now. So we just got to get past that problem, and then we'll go back to Google. But the streaming quality on StreamYard is much clearer, and it doesn't bog down your computer, and it doesn't bog down your internet. It's all off of a cloud somewhere. So the CPU usage is really low. So it, other than the fact that there's no speaker view, it's 95% fantastic. It's better than everything else we tested.
Yeah, we actually downloaded Ecamm Live, and I will tell you that I was lost. In fact, RobFuz twice shown me the ropes in terms of going through it, and then finally yesterday it clicked where I needed to go to be able to move things around. They call it scenes and add different stuff. And for the first 2 times, and even other times that I was trying to practice on my own, I was clueless. I was just clicking things on a blank screen. So as soon as I get that figured out, but they use Skype to go through a a bigger one, and I'm not sure how that is going to work and affect anything. So we're still playing with that. And I figured, if anything, I like the functions that Ecamm does just to do a solo show, just what it can add to it. And I figured, if anything, if StreamYard is easy to do with multiple people on, because we use our MacBook Pro to go live, that I figured we could do that if it's simple, and it's free currently. So we have a few different options that we're trying to do, but this week especially, we're going to be trying to, because we have a guest coming next week, we need to figure out what we're doing in 7 days. So it looks like this weekend we're going to try to solve how we're going to access it. So yeah, and I was wondering, Google has to come up with something, because they just wouldn't, YouTube wouldn't just be left hanging. I would have figured there would be something coming in along with it. So we'll have to see how that is. But in the time being, for some of our channels, which do a lot of multi-creators at one time, it can definitely affect us. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Just for everybody's note too, with the free version of StreamYard, you can only put 6 people total, counting yourself. So you can only add 5 guests with StreamYard for the free version. That's
really good.
Yeah,
I don't think that's too bad, considering how much smaller the boxes get with more people on the screen.
Well, and there are different control. I mean, if it's only 2 people, it's really not bad. You split right down the middle, and you both are, you're centralized in the thing. It's not bad. There's also some smaller ones. 4 wasn't too bad. You start getting past that, and it's going to start getting crammed. And the screen share options are pretty good too, because when you screen share, it also puts you on the other side of it, so you can see your picture while the screen share is going as well. So it's got its benefits. It's also, the speaker view is a must-have for some people like us.
Well, that's a big deal. And plus with StreamYards, I like it where there's no password. You just go to their website. They give you a 4-digit code. You log in, and then it happens. And then you just send off a link. Where with Ecamm Live, you have to deal with this whole Skype thing. Well, Skype is Microsoft. So, I mean, everybody has some way of a Microsoft identity, from if they have Hotmail. I mean, everybody has a Microsoft something. So as long as you have a Microsoft identity, I'm sure you can get onto Skype, which Skype via gets you to Ecamm Live. But it's still a pain when you have to jump through all these hoops. So if you're not really that techie, where StreamYard, you just send a link, that person clicks on it, and poof, there's no, black magic they have to do or chant something. So it's one of those, if you want to get the easy use, how is your guest going to fight and try to get on? They have to sign up to get Skype, or do they have something they can do? And, that's where that comes in. I wish there was something else that we knew about. I mean, I know our friend in Sacramento who works for a TV station says they use OBS, actual OBS, but I heard there's some little geeky things you have to know about.
It's quite a learning curve, I guess.
Yeah. So, and plus, it's the whole pay money. I mean, StreamYard, if you want to get branded, which I'm big on branding and marketing, that's $20, where Ecamm Live is about 12. So I know you're not niggling over all these dollars, but remember, it does add up.
Ecamm Live is also just for Mac.
Yeah.
So
but you can
something else to consider.
You still send the link. Anybody has Skype and they could use it. It's easy on our part. And from what I've been hearing from RobFuz, which, he's pretty techie as I am, you can get these limitations and you can figure it out. It's a new thing we all have to learn. I mean, it's just Google Hangouts. What we're using now is super, super amazing and easy. It's the easy use, and the automatic camera thing, I think, is awesome. I mean, you're right, Steve. That is a big deal. The camera flipping to each person is very important.
It is a big deal.
So
I think we're going to break away real quick, and
I was going to just welcome who came on really
well,
quick.
That's part of this. So Jim, take it away.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if this works. Chat check.
Buy more sunshine. More sunshine. Joining the Sunshine Nation is just a click away.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
All right, Greg, who is here?
I don't know if I left off right. AGC Magic TV came
Welcome.
on. Shep Family, Kate Atwood, RobFuz, Sheila Bossiger, Mike Wheeler, Kelly Haston, Dave A, And I think that, Noah the Disney World Fan 16. And I think that's it.
Welcome, everyone. We also had
Thank you.
Katie Burr, Katie Burr was on our Norwegian Bliss
Our
cruise.
Disney Adventures. I don't know if I said them earlier.
No, Ohana. And also David A. I'm pretty sure that's the David that was also on our Bliss cruise. And he's going to be on the Escape cruise at the same time that we were.
If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I think I saw everybody on here.
Rachel Susek said,
DisLyfeOfOurs just came on.
welcome, DisLyfe. Rachel Susek said, Pep Tree Villa, Steve's World D&G, about to tag you as top 3 Disney items you own tag. So we'll be looking after that. And then,
Mr. Fuzz.
Someone mentioned my name, so I had to pop on.
Hey, RobFuz.
Here's your burning. I was talking about you.
I know.
Marianne Hemosa just came on as well. So
welcome, guys.
Everybody.
Rob, welcome. Rob,
Hey, guys.
I knows you.
Goodbye, Google Hangouts. I'm gonna miss you. Sorry. I did want to come on and say goodbye to Google Hangouts.
At least put a real tear in there somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Bob? Rob?
You know, like everything you guys said, I agree. Hey guys, hey everyone, hey Bob, hey Jim, hey Steve, hey Pepper Tree. What's going on, everyone? Of course, Derick and Greggory. Hey guys. Yeah, I'm bummed about it. I think Steve and I were saying, and I know you guys said, I just hope there's like a mystery thing, and I hope that they solve the problem of not having multiple people on YouTube, which is kind of sad. Say the least. So.
Agreed. Disney Nerd Herders popped in too. So welcome, guys. Thank you. There's 32 people watching, so thank you so much for joining us. I know a little bit later, This and That is going to be coming on. If someone can put the link in, it's going to be Zippity Doodad. The Shep family's here, who's a part of that, as well as Dave and Brandy. Wait, that's Brandy and Dave. Sorry, there's a cruise one that we always get confused on. I always say the wrong one.
Yeah.
Brandy and Dave, as well as Zippity Doodad, Steve's World. They do an awesome show at 9:30 on Wednesdays. So if you guys can put that in the link, so we can make sure we send people over there after this show. But we'll talk a little bit about that too, Steve. I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to stay with us, because I know you have a.
Yeah, I can go about another 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, very good. So why don't we talk about that right now, since we have a chance to do that. So a little bit about the concept behind This and That, and what people can expect if they haven't watched it before.
So it started out as 4 of us just kind of hanging out off air, and we would do Google Hangouts just for hours, just talking. That's all we did. We didn't care about going live or anything. And then one day we just said, why don't we go live? And we talked for 4 hours without going live. And then the next day we said, okay, let's try this and see what happens. And I think we just really gel really well together. We feed off each other, and it's just kind of blossomed into people. We hit a pretty good home run on our 4th episode when we dressed up as Toy Story characters. And now we've got so many plans in the works. We got a lot of stuff we're planning out for charity for later this year, where it's just growing beyond belief, and we couldn't be happier. And we try to give you guys information in an extremely entertaining way, and that's what we're striving for each week. So
you guys do great, and you specifically, it's amazing, because I remember when you started with your channel, and at the beginning you were on your videos. You were the voice behind the projects that you're and now you're just like, you're such a natural and awesome in front of it. So when you talk about channels growing and you know what people do, how they build themselves better, you're a perfect example of that. So congratulations to you and just everything that you're doing in general. I think
thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And I've only been streaming since March, when Meg kind of pushed me over the cliff. I like to say, I got a lot of help and encouragement. Rob kind of pushed me a lot too, and Meg kind of forced me into it when she went to Tanzania and asked me to do it for her, put me on the spot. So, but now I love it. So it's all good now.
Steve's awesome. He's the marathon man. what 1 week, Steve, what'd you do? Like 12 streams or something ridiculous?
12 in 9 days or something like that. So
you're amazing. Steve's amazing.
I love just hanging out with people and having fun and trying to make somebody else's life a little better. So that's why I do it.
Man, Steve, with doing PTVG Live, I didn't even hit 12 a week.
Yeah, it was. Some of them were three a night. So,
wow.
You get, Jim, I think Jim likes to remind me to get up and walk around so I don't get blood clots. So,
That's awesome.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about our weekend, and I know you guys. I don't think
I did want to mention, where is it? Spur Marks. Do those shirts come in short sleeve? Love them. I don't know where you got these, but
I get them on the internet. You know, I don't remember. The thought of this was to wear this on a Disney cruise.
Those shirts are awesome.
Thank you. They have like Animator's Palette on all the Disney cruises, and we wanted a long sleeve shirt to wear into that. I think we're starting to grow out of them, although Greg in denial says we're not growing out of them, but somehow they shrank and they weren't washed.
I fit in mine just fine, thank you.
So you think
Gregory, by the way, happy belated birthday. I haven't had a chance to tell you in person. So
thank you very much.
you guys got to get back into Speedo shape for the cruise then.
Yeah. Never going to happen with Speedo.
Well, luckily we're going on a Canadian cruise, so the Speedos will be packed at home, not on the cruise. But in February, when we do the Super Bowl cruise,
they'll be burned in the backyard in a ditch. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that will be a little bit different story. But we had the chance this past weekend to we bought the new Disney Flex Pass, which is a new pass that you actually have to make reservations for Disney.
It pays for itself like after 3 days, really.
Three if you do a one-day park hopper. So it's $5.99. Currently, a one-day park hopper at Disneyland is $199. So that's where we figured 3 visits in a year will pay for that. And we can book.
That's great.
30 days in advance. So if it's available, we could book one tomorrow if we decided that we wanted to do it. But we couldn't book for one the following day after that. We have to use those tickets first, and then as we're in the parks, we can book it for the next day. So
and it's $15 extra
for the Max Pass.
Max Pass
if you
each
want.
time you go, if you want to do that.
Or you can pay $100 extra from the get-go, but that means you have to visit 7 times in order for that $100 Max Pass to pay off. We're not going to visit, I don't think, Disneyland 7 times during that period. So
is there a lot of blackout dates too?
The only blackout days
Christmas.
is from like the 12th of December, or maybe I think it's the 12th of December through January 4th, which with work, I work retail. That's not non-existent for me anyway. And then August 14th, if someone out there, that's a sign of our Spotlight Channel segment. If anyone knows what's going on out there with August 14th at Disney, we would talk to some of our cast member friends there, and they said they're not allowed to go into the parks and invite friends either that day. So something big is happening in Disneyland at August 4th, because that's the only day on there that there is a complete blackout.
You know, I bet Pepper Tree Villa, but they might know. Oh wait, they're here.
It could be
actually
promos for Halloween.
No, we're actually doing a private party that day.
Mm-hmm. We booked the park off.
We parked the park to ourselves.
Nice, I like that.
What?
They could be filming. That does kind of sound like they've done that, where they're shooting their promos. They do block the park, but for all day, I don't know. That's kind of weird. But they're probably filming something or a TV or.
Yeah, they're being very cagey. It's actually a wormhole to the Mickey room.
Yeah.
Did you say that was the Disney Flex Pass?
Yes.
Yeah, just
it's the Flex Passport at Disneyland.
So I think the parks are open.
It's just Disneyland specific.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, but I pulled up Disneyland. California Adventure, Disney on the Disney Flex, and August 14th is available by reservation.
Yeah,
right.
If you select Disneyland itself too, it says you can go in on August 14th as well.
Oh, okay, great.
Just changed it because I think it was blacked out last time we looked.
Yeah, I'll look to see if I can.
It just blew. It just says requires reservation.
Let me see if I'll try to go through
that's
on
cool.
the Disney app. Yeah.
What was the temperature today for you guys in your long sleeve shirts?
94 today.
Currently, right now, it is 96. But we have the air going on, so I don't know what it is actually inside, but it's a little warm outside.
We appreciate your dedication.
It was, well, we were coming home on Sunday. We were on Pepper Tree Villa, and it was 109 in Bakersfield.
Just to.
Were you being Superman?
No. I'm going to change this now.
All right, so while Greg is getting changed, Our spotlight channel is, we do this again every week. We like to spotlight the channel.
Love that shirt.
It is Disneyland Eric. So he actually was on our channel a few weeks ago. And he can't.
Because I don't have any room.
And that shirt is fits him.
It doesn't. I didn't have much room, thank you. I'm all.
Yeah. Totally blew this for him.
Sorry.
So his channel is in the description below. So please check him out. We became familiar with him about 3-4 weeks after we went on our Disney cruise last April. He went on a Disney cruise. It was a Marvel one, which we didn't get a chance to experience. But it was so cool to get to know him through his videos. And his channel is very much like ours. He likes to do cruising ones as he does Disneyland. So if you haven't had a chance, definitely check him out. He's a great guy. He's getting closer to 1,000 subs. So if you haven't, please definitely subscribe to him. And Disneyland Eric, he's a great guy. So hopefully you guys have seen him before on our channel during the live chat.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He does a lot of good stuff.
So so we were pretty happy with the Flex Pass, but we had a chance to experience Galaxy's Edge. Now, we kept on hearing stuff about Disneyland being a ghost town. And I don't know what ghost town they're thinking of, but it was pretty much a normal Saturday, which if those of you who are familiar with Disneyland, any Saturday is going to be the busy day. That's the busiest day by far in the week. The ride wait times weren't bad.
Well, the longest one was the one at Galaxy's Edge.
At one point, it was 120 minutes. That was
We only
pretty
waited
early because it took us 2 hours to get into the park after opening because we were trying to get our passes squared away. At that point, 2 hours. So you're looking at 10 a.m. It was 1 hour and 20 minutes, or not 2 hours to get into the park. But then quickly after about 3 hours, it went down to 85. And when we went in there, because we went through Galaxy's Edge, about 3.5 hours into the park, it went down to 60 minutes, which is when we went on to
Not horrible.
No, so
That's normal.
Yeah.
The line went pretty fast, actually.
So
it was just a little warm.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it for you guys because I know a lot of you are going to be experiencing it either in August or in Walt Disney World, because I'm pretty sure the lands are going to be, if they're not identical, they're going to be incredibly close to each other.
I do want to say, though, that I can actually mark off my personal life list that I got to pilot the Millennium Falcon, which was pretty awesome. I got
on your birthday.
That's the goal is to have the first experience is to be the pilot. To really enjoy it your first time is to get the pilot, because that's the ultimate one to do to really enjoy it.
Well, the funny thing is I didn't even ask for it. They gave you these cards, and it tells you pilot or engineer or weaponry or something like that. And I got the pilot one, so then that's what I wanted. So it was me and one of our other friends. I did the left and right, and then he did the forward and backward. So I was constantly like having it just go like this, and it was getting him dizzy. And it was pretty fun though. And at one point they said, it won't ruin it, but they said, get behind the train. And I'm just like going like this. And then he goes, get behind the train. Like he yelled at you. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get behind the train.
But so, there's 6 people in the cockpit. There's 2 pilots, there's 2 gunners, and then there's, I don't know if they call them repair people or what, but there's a total of 6 people that go into it. And apparently your ride can end pretty quick if you're terrible, it might be engineers. If you're a terrible pilot, your ride could end super fast. But people who are on with us, there 2 other people.
For a long time.
He was saying that we did really good.
I must have been a good pilot.
So we did like two little, they weren't excursions, but there were 2 things that we had to do. I can't think of the word to do it, but so our event was pretty good. And I think it was better being with people that you know, because we were laughing like the whole time that we were on there, rather than being like a solo one or, you know, with a group of people that you don't know.
I will say though, I actually got a little panicky towards the end, like when you were done with your exploration and everything, and you were just sitting there, and there's a little screen and it's talking to you and everything, and I'm like, okay, are they gonna open up the door? And you can see in the reflection, the back door, and they didn't open it. And then all of a sudden, it like made you look like you're moving to the right, and then it stopped. I said, okay, they can open the door yet? And then the door finally opened, but I kept just thinking, I don't want to be stuck in this thing if there's ever an earthquake or anything, because they only have one little hose for air. And if that goes out, you need to like stop breathing too much or something.
Just to know, Greg, you weren't really in space.
I know,
You're
but
right.
it's a confined little space, and you only have so much air to breathe. And I don't know where the emergency exit thing is to open up the door if something will happen.
I can't wait to go on it.
Oh wow, yeah, that's that's it's supposed to be pretty cool. Yeah, well, it's one of those things. If you're with a group, I don't even think there's single riders for it.
There's a single rider line because you have to have 6 people at all times.
Yeah. Okay, so they do fill it up if you did. And, okay, but I could see if you had a group, that would be really fun. Okay, let's get 6 of us in there, and that would be just hysterical.
Yeah, it was. We had a good time. Welcome Sharon at Sea, who was on our live show last week. Donna Jaworski, welcome. Zippity Doodad, who's going to be hosting this and that in just about an hour.
Patrick, PJ.
Patrick.
I need a juice box.
Yeah.
I need a Mickey ice cream bar.
Nurse Nancy just joined us. Nurse Nancy just went over 1,000 subscribers. She is a cruising channel. So awesome.
Congratulations, Nurse Nancy.
Wow.
Awesome.
And she's they call her the power moderator because any trolls that come on to certain channels, she just like zaps them. So and she was another one who didn't do vlogs for the longest time. And she's quickly just zooming up there with her subscribers. So great job. And then little Oz Laurel joined us from Australia. Welcome. Thank you.
Wow.
So we are going to have D23 coming up soon. And Bob and I were actually just talking about it earlier today, and he thought it was like 1 or 2 weeks away. It's about 3 weeks away. So we were just talking about it, and it's going to like come and go probably pretty quick. For you guys, though, Bob, you guys are going to be there for like a week, so you can really take your time and everything, as much as you need to.
Yeah, we're going to get there on the 17th. I just seen somebody posted that on the 19th, another group of annual passes their blackout will be lifted, so it's probably going to get packed that week too.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get as much in 17th and 18th.
Lucky you.
At least you can take your time and not have to rush throughout the whole day and try to get on everything you want to. You can actually spread it out through the course of your time there.
Yeah, because we'll want to video some rides, but we also want to experience them without video in it. So we'll do multiple rides multiple times.
Bob's got my favorite hat on. I love that hat.
And it was hard because like when we went to Galaxy's Edge, and because of being a new land, we really wanted to explore it. So we spent a lot of time there. I mean, we tried the blue and green milk. We went to Ronto Racers, which is a food restaurant. Greg didn't really want it, but I had it. It was good.
I had like a bite of whatever it was. It was like a sausage type thing, and I wasn't really feeling it. It was too hot, and I just was like, I don't want to eat something like that on a hot day. So,
what do you guys think of the milk?
It was interesting. It's not even milk. I don't think it's.
I knew that, but
in this, it's like a yogurty type of consistency. It's kind of gloopy and like watery on the outer ring of it, and then kind of more solid in the middle. I like the blue better. It was like a berry type of thing, and the green was more melony type of a thing, like a melon.
I like the green one better.
They both kind of grow on you, but I enjoy the blue one more. And then they have some fruity drinks. What were the names of those?
Oh, the 2 drinks were they were tattooing tea, which is the one that I like. This is from Ronto Roaster, and then I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Milo Run juice is the name of it.
Yeah, both of those were really good.
I don't know what that is. The part of Star Wars. Milo Run. But that one to me was a lot sweeter. In fact, you had to put water in it to make it.
I just dumped my water in it because I wanted to get rid of the plastic. But I mean, it kind of just gave you more of a cold drink to drink. So,
but there's so much to see there. I mean, it's not.
They
like,
don't put a time limit on it, do they, Derek? Like they did in the preview in the opening?
Yeah, no, you're free to go in there and you could spend all day there, and it's cool because the land is big, but you have to walk around, and it's like around every corner there's something for you to look at.
but I will say it's right now it's more shopping and eating experience. And there's the one ride you could see where the other ride is, but it's like all in the back, so you can't really see too much. You can see where the queue line is going to be, and that's about it. But we didn't see all the shops and stuff. But what we did see was cool. I actually liked it better at nighttime because certain props and things like their WoW areas are really lit up and you can see inside. Like I think the WoW moment for me was seeing the Millennium Falcon, but then at nighttime that was like a double WoW. And then also the TIE Fighter, that was like a double WoW at nighttime also. And I'm pretty sure they're going to use that for shows and stuff at some point.
Was it the TIE Fighter or was it?
It's the TIE
It's
Fighter.
the one that the wings kind of
Yeah,
go
because
like
I was
that?
calling it the TIE, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh wait, it's a TIE Fighter. So yeah, but it's pretty cool at night.
I thought it was a shuttle. I didn't realize it was a TIE Fighter.
I mean, the Star Wars Land I heard is really all about nighttime. It's supposed to be spectacular, just like Cars Land. I mean, Cars Land, they make a big spectacle of turning on the lights. They go on the intercom and
that neon light at
they
Cars Land is
go
fantastic.
in and they get it all lit up and they make a little news or a little noise announcement to it. And it's absolutely beautiful. I think Cars Land at night is just amazing. And then Star Wars Land is supposed to be equivalent.
Mike Wheeler in the chat said that he says that if the news was correct, he heard today that he feels bad for Disneyland because he says Florida is getting a lot more places to buy alcohol at Galaxy's Edge than Disneyland.
That's funny. Dilly,
dilly.
I don't know. I heard it's pretty much an exact carbon copy, except some of the cues, interests, and excesses might be just a little like instead of place this angle, this is going to be over here in Florida, where Disneyland, it's just going to be like opposite, or it's going to be in one area. And then, of course, Disneyland, there's 3 enters and exit into the land. But other than that, you know, they're going to make whatever the schematics are and the architecture, they're going to use it the exact same thing. It costs too much money even to make the smallest change. So those parks.
Never thought of that. It costs money to make a change like that.
Oh, yeah. It's just like building a house. Oh, you want that architectural detail? We're going to have to knock it off. That's going to cost money. So there are going to be probably some micro variations, but generally speaking, those things are supposed to be exact carbon copies of each other.
The cantina where they have all the alcohol. That's the only spot. So.
In the cantina, you have to have a reservation to get in there.
Yeah.
You
Did you
can't.
get a chance to go to that, guys?
No, we didn't have a
It was
reservation
full.
for it.
There were no reservations.
Yeah,
available.
we thought we could walk in and look around, but
The doorway is like literally that big,
And you have to check
It's
in.
like a sliding door. The bathrooms are like a sliding door. They're very interesting looking. Even the inside, the sinks and everything are way different than what I've seen in any other Disneyland bathroom. So it's just the theming of it is cool. So
we have.
Hey.
Go
Hey
ahead.
guys, sorry, real quick. It's time for me to go. I want to thank you guys so much for the invite. It's been a pleasure. And the panel guys, you guys are all great. Thank you guys so
Before
much.
Steve goes, the breaking news of the Beverly's back. Did you?
Beverly is back at Club Cool, but we may still not do it down at Club Cool. We're not sure yet. We'll get to you guys. We'll figure it out. So but again, Derick and Greggory, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for the invite, and everybody, you did a fantastic job, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Don't forget,
Great talking with you.
is hosting it, guys. So definitely check out this and that on Zippity Doodad's channel tonight.
Yep.
So
Thanks,
don't
guys.
Put it in the link. Thanks,
See you
Steve.
later, Steve.
And bye, everybody in chat. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
We also had, I don't know if I said it, R. Johns is here. Welcome, the Disney legend. He said he's going to GE preview on August 17th. Royal Reviewer, Elliot, if you
I
haven't.
was shocked about that, guys. That the previews are so far, closer than the Disneyland previews. It seemed, right? What was the Disneyland previews? It wasn't
They
that
were
much.
about
Right?
the same thing. There were a couple weeks before. I mean,
was
they did cast, and then
Yeah, they did
the
like,
week before,
it was
they
like-
actually guests could come
it
in.
was like 3 or 4 weeks that they had it before.
yeah, it was 3 or 4. So Disneyland just started.
It was
theirs.
ready to go. Question is,
Our world just started there.
what are they going to do with Rise of the Resistance when it opens? Are they going to do the soft openings like they did this?
No, I heard what happened. Why Disneyland is is pushed out like a month, or not quite a month, or like a month, is because they found problems building Disneyland first. So they caught it enough time to build it and make it for MGM Studios version. They caught it so they could build it and get the newer version in. That's why MGM's getting their Rise of Resistance earlier for Disneyland, because Disneyland, they have to gut some things and actually remodify it. That's pushing that back. But people think, well, why is this happening? Well, because Florida was so delayed. They knew, oops, Disneyland had this big oops, and then, you know, at least they caught it. So that's the from a reliable source that I trust and actually makes sense.
That makes sense.
So much ahead in advance, and then this is technology that Disney's inventing. This is never, ever, ever created. So when I say a triple E ticket, they're not joking. So I can't wait.
That scares me though.
We heard that from a different source too.
But it's also reliable.
Yeah, you know, whatever is the true story, we'll only know years or months after when the dust
Sad.
settles. Right
My
now,
reliable source is Pepper Tree Villa.
so
Thanks. I love you guys. I'm just joking.
Thanks, no,
That's what I like about you guys. You don't really spat out like, you know, rumors or anything like that. If it's legit, I believe you guys definitely.
I don't like talking and just going blah blah and just being like Mr. Know-It-All, or just saying it unless it's really something that it's proven, it's a stated fact. Then it's, you know, I hate the Mr. Know-It-All, and they always feel like they have to prove something. So just be who you are, and this is something. And you know, there's so much noise out there, and yes, you want to spout it all out, but how much is it actually real and how much is it fake? And I believe everything is fake. Oh, look at Ben all gussied up.
Costume change.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be going to the game in just a little bit, so
Oh, that's awesome.
you got to rep your cut. You got to rep your team.
Yep. So who are they playing against, Ben, real quick before you jet off?
The Brewers. We're doing an interleague series thing tonight. We won last night in an extra innings game. We did a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th.
Nice. Awesome.
Ben's going to be playing tonight. I'm excited. So you guys are awesome.
Yeah. So that's yeah, I can't wait for all of us to, you know, I mean, none of it's real secretive of talking about Galaxy's Edge, but you know, it's one of those things that
now
I keep on using the analogy of World of Color. I've seen zillions of video of World of Color from Disney doing it live, from everybody who does it, 4K, 38K, you know, this angle, that angle, you know, one with World of Color. It's spectacular, and you're watching it. And it's kind of also like Reflections of Earth at Epcot. You can see a video after video after video of all these different perspectives until you're physically present there. Those videos did absolutely no justice to it. So I felt like that's with some of the stuff with Galaxy's Edge, is that I could see all the video and all the pictures until I'm purple. But when you're present as one in that space, it changes all of it. No video and photos could do justice to walk into the grandness and the feel. You get the textures, you get the smells, you get, you know, the overall space, the aura, the way the light hits it. It's a total different experience. So
Stormtroopers.
Yeah, I want to, you know, I want to see it, because when you're present, it's kind of like the Grand Canyon. You can see a zillion pictures of the Grand Canyon until you're actually sitting there and you're like, wow, this is the Grand Canyon. Yosemite, like where we live, is totally different. So I take that with Disney. Until you're there and you experience it, go ahead, watch all the videos. It does no justice. I saw the videos for Shanghai. I mean, they had a boat ride that goes in and out and around the castle. I have no concept of it. It looks like a cool ride, and it goes through all these storybook area. But until you probably go there and you see that gigantic castle and you go on the storybook ride through in Shanghai, it's totally different. So
exactly. All right, Jim, I think you're up.
All right, here we go, guys. Chat check.
Yay! I got it live. That's awesome.
Sunshine, please. More sunshine, please. Raise your glass in the air and say.
He needs like an echo in
had a lot of people join us that we had that we've missed, unfortunately. So Arjon's checked in. We had mentioned that. Welcome. We also had Stacy Rogers. Thank you so much for joining us. Tom Henry. Yes, Tom Henry. And some other people joined us too, and now I can't find. Oh, Keystone 76 ARJ joined us. So thank you guys so much. There was also a question on here.
DisLyfeOfOurs did leave for the night.
Check. Sorry, guys.
I think you got everyone.
Questions for us or anyone in the chat, please definitely put those in there. But I think we're pretty much caught up on everything with that. Oh, Royal Reviewer is Elliot. He came into our chat. If you guys are into the British Royals, definitely check out his channel. He has a fun channel over there.
He is a fun channel.
Yeah, he's
channel.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I'm gonna head out, guys. My wife just got it. I'm gonna spend some time with her. I just wanted to kind of come say hi to you guys. You guys are amazing, Derick and Greggory. Congratulations on the success of your channel, and thanks for inviting me on. I'm sorry I couldn't stay a little longer, and I just want to say goodbye to Google Hangouts as well. This will be my last Google Hangout appearance.
Wow! Holy cow! The last RobFuz Google Hangouts experience.
Wow.
The person that trademarks the phrase mega hangouts.
Yes.
So, Rob, thank you.
I'll do this to you, Rob. Whoa, Rob. You, Rob.
Thanks, guys.
Rob, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for being
you guys.
Channel. You're awesome. You so much technology-wise. I can't thank you enough. So if you guys haven't already, please check out RobFuz, subscribe, and he does just help us. He helps everyone out there in the community. So thank you so much.
Right, thanks, guys.
Later, Rob.
Have a good night, Rob.
I'll be listening, and I'll be checking in on the chat too. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good night.
So Jim, is there? We haven't heard much from you. So is there anything that you're particularly really excited to do when you go to Disneyland? To D23?
Yes, everything. I don't know how to say that. I want to do I want to go to the parks. I want to ride the stuff that's similar to the stuff in Florida. I want to ride the stuff that's unique to Anaheim. And whether I have the all of those experiences or only a few of those, I'm going to be happy to be there. I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to make the most of it. So just the fact I'll get to hang out with so many people I've met through YouTube is going to be awesome. Getting to go to D23 for the very first time is going to be fantastic. So just that whole weekend is I'm leaving, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm really looking forward to it.
So it'll be your first time at Disneyland, California Adventures, first time D23, first time with a lot of experiences. So you're going to have like a list of firsts throughout this whole vacation trip that you're going on. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I was at Disneyland in 1977. I just don't remember that. I just don't remember it.
This is really your first actual.
Yeah.
You can remember.
For all intents and purposes, it's my first time.
Yeah.
I was there in 1977.
Yeah, you were there when Space Mountain opened.
Yeah.
Wait, that was you?
That was me.
Yes.
I do remember that.
Yes.
That's amazing. What a small world, pun intended.
Literally small world, figuratively and literally.
It will still have the Star Wars overlay. What is it called again? I keep forgetting the name of it.
Hyperspace Mountain.
Yeah, we went on it once, and I highly suggest the Fast Pass for that, and it fills up really fast with Fast Passes. So, but they'll have that all the way through the holidays. They're not going to do Ghost Galaxy this year. They may never do it again, they said, which I'm kind of bummed about because I really like that one. You don't like that one, I don't know. Well, you just don't like how fast it goes by. Like, I like the things grabbing out at you and stuff, and the big eyeball and all that kind of stuff, but this one's cool too.
I don't like when they put projections up and you're zooming by on the roller coaster. It feels more intense than it does in the Space Mountain at Disneyland. It feels more intense than the one in at Magic Kingdom. So when you're coming around a corner and they have a projection, my eyes focus on that and I get that feeling of vertigo or sickness. and that one is pretty strong at Ghost Galaxy. There's a lot that just like pop up there in my eyes. By the end of the ride, I'm usually pretty sick by it.
You know, even the outside of that attraction could be a little creepy during that time because of the I guess the space ghost that invades the attraction. You even hear him growling and howling outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just Ghost in the Galaxy. I mean, it was cool, but I'm purist. I like the regular Space Mountain by far, and I actually like the Star Wars layover. I think it is pretty cool. And then they're going to make Christmas Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom. That's just weird.
Oh yeah, they're doing overlays for some of the rides. I didn't read about the Space Mountain. I think I only read about the Autopia and
Teacups or something like that. Here is, Florida's not supposed to do layovers, and they're not supposed to, sully up their attractions because they want to keep it pure because of people from all around the world. Where Disneyland, it's all about overlays because of the repeat guest experience because they get such locals, and you can get the overlays and people go to that. But when I saw how much they're going to overlay or enhance, I'm like, when did Florida start getting into that? Because I thought they were not into it. But I don't know if they're going to do Jingle Cruise, but they're doing Autopia, Spacebound. I just thought, it was weird when I heard all of it. I like the artwork that they created for it.
Real quick.
I thought Tomorrowland was just Christmas trees out around the track.
Yeah, I know it's not an overlay; it's just decorations. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, why would you even go there when you won't even do the Haunted Mansion? I mean, they could do their version of the Haunted Mansion of the Sanderson sisters, and do it Hocus Pocus. They could do a phenomenal job, and it still won't be as overlaid as Disneyland's Nightmare Before Christmas, which is absolutely amazing.
I think I'd rather see a Sanderson sister overlay.
No, that's what they should. So people, okay, I want to go to Florida. I'm one of those carbon copy all the attractions, get them so all the parks have the Haunted Mansion, Small World. I'm okay with it, but make them unique to that location. So like Pirates of the Caribbean Shanghai is it has all the essence of being Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's Shanghai version.
Doug, I don't mean to interrupt, but I got a jet. I got a game to get to.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Appreciate the fun and enjoy the rest of your broadcast. I will talk to you all later.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, Ruth Voorhees heading. Thank you so much for joining us, Ruth.
I like the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. And if they did like a Hocus Pocus thing, maybe for Florida, that'd be cool. I don't want them to touch the one at Disneyland.
Oh no,
because that one can go Halloween to Christmas.
Yeah, that they could do that. Where Halloween in Florida would be just for Halloween time because it doesn't go for Christmas. Because that's why it starts September 16th and it doesn't get done until January 6th. That's a long time. That attraction's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Weren't they going to do a Coco overlay for the Haunted Mansion in Florida? Did that go down the drain or something?
No, the overlay for Coco was supposed to be the Mexican Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
That's where I could still see that, but who knows? Disney, the great thing about it is they're not lack of ideas or lack of not wanting to do things. It's just what can they do and how much are they willing to put resources and money? It's all money. We fall in that category. It's money. It's what do they want to cough up and what do they want to do and how long is it going to take? And are they going to get a return on their investment? That's the biggest thing. If we plunk this money out, are we going to see guests? Are there going to people come to it? Is this what the guests want?
Yeah, I think that's a talk back when I'm talking. What happened?
I think it's what I'm hearing.
Okay. So when we went to California Adventures, the Little Mermaid, we were all the way back in the very back end of the queue, which we have never had to do that before because it was so busy. So I have a feeling if it was that busy when we went this past weekend, it's going to be even busier during D23.
But saying that, it was only 15-minute wait.
Yeah, it went by fast because it's a constantly moving conveyor belt ride like Haunted Mansion, but to think that we have never had to go all the way to almost to the very back of the queue is crazy. And so that just tells you how busy it's going to be. And when we went to Galaxy's Edge, there's the 3 entrances, but you kind of have your own preference of which ones you should go through. But we highly recommend.
Wait! Don't say anything yet, because we're gonna do a video. We're gonna do a video on it. So you have to watch the video. No spoilers.
Okay, I guess I can't say which one was my favorite.
So Disney Nerd Herder is out. So what is the best place at Disneyland Resort to stay that you can walk over to the parks that doesn't cost as much as a Grand Floridian? You can stay at, if you're going to stay for any Disney-owned resort, it's going to be expensive. We prefer to stay at Candy Cane Inn, which is technically on Disney property, but it's on the block of it.
It's not their property though.
It's within the block of Disneyland, so it's behind California, and it's actually behind Cars Land.
It's a property that Disney's been trying to buy for years, and they will not give in. Yeah,
so that one, in fact, we were just there for one night, and with taxes and everything, because you always have the dreaded tax, the room was like $189, and then after taxes, it was $209 per night.
And they're very smart for not giving in, because that's like a cash cow for them. They're making so much money off of the area that they're at.
But you get a buffet if you want to go. The continental breakfast. Continental breakfast. There's some other ones that we stayed at that were close by, and they were as much as like $129 a night, $150. It just depends really when you go. But the big difference is Disneyland, everything is around it.
There are lots of the good neighbor hotels that are in that immediate area that are easily
Howard Johnson,
within
the
walking
Carousel,
distance.
the Ramada.
They have a Marriott. There's a Ramada. There's even a Hilton nearby.
So
you
are walking. So stay on what's called Harbor Boulevard or Catella. Those are the key words. If you're looking for hotels, look for the mailing address of Catella Avenue, or especially Harbor Boulevard, because Harbor has the ton of hotels on the other side. You literally walk across the street from your hotel and you're dead center in the entrance of Disneyland.
And most of the hotels, if you don't have your tickets yet, you can usually purchase tickets there at the hotel you're staying at.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's the one thing about it. It's just so compact about Disneyland and everything around there. Where Florida, it's like spread out and it's swelled and it's a lot different. Where
Disneyland is, yes, it is called Candy Cane Inn. It's a very quaint little area, and
that's our preferred hotel to stay at.
It's very nice there.
Christy's Corner joined us. Thank you so much. Royal Reviewer is leaving. It is right now 2 a.m. in the morning over there because he is living in England. So thank you for joining us.
Wow.
That just stopped, didn't it?
Taking a breath here. So is there any news that anyone has heard, through the grapevine that they want to share? Jim, Bob, have you had anything that you might have noticed?
Put me on a spot like that. I can't think of crap.
Sorry.
You're supposed to wing it.
I know right now.
Have you noticed, because I took the dog to the vet for all her shots and everything, and they had so many cats in there. I've been sneezing ever since. You hear me? I think I'm sneezing just seeing your cat hair on the back of that chair that's barely visible.
Yes.
I'm just messing with you.
Too.
We look.
It's right there.
No, I kind of like what they said. I'd love to see them put the Sanderson sister overlay over something at Disney World. But otherwise, I'm just excited. Just over 2 weeks, we're going to be over there in Disneyland.
That's crazy.
They do the show at Florida, right? The Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, they do it during the Halloween party.
Yeah, they've never done it here. We'll have Oogie Boogie this year. Well, it was last year too, but they're moving it over to California Adventures. I really would like to do the Halloween one, but it's more money and the timing and everything. But one day we'll do it.
How much is that one over there? Because this one, I think we got our tickets and it was like $70. for the first night.
I wanted to say it was like $149.
Yeah. These aren't, there's so many of them, it's not that bad because we'll be going the first night. Well, 2 weeks, we'll be going that Friday night to Mickey's Not So Scary and then flying out the next morning. So we're going to see Halloween, then get over there. And when do they decorate Disneyland over there?
Not until September-ish. Well, it starts in August.
No, that's
I think the Haunted Mansion goes down Tuesday after Labor Day, and then it takes them about 2 weeks to do the overlay for the Haunted Mansion, and then the holiday Halloween starts at Disneyland Resort on September 16th. So
that's gonna be weird for us because we're gonna see all of the Magic Kingdom all decked out for Halloween, and then going to Disneyland, and it's gonna be just like normal.
Yeah. Florida starts super early. We were also thinking about it's exactly a month.
Of course, Halloween ends on November 1st, and then within 10 days, it's turned over for Christmas.
It's by Friday of Veterans Day. So
they turn our park over overnight from Halloween to Christmas.
I saw that actually. There was a special last year where they showed that from Halloween to Christmas, they basically changed everything overnight, or whenever they did it, it was like a couple days after Halloween, that it only took one night for them to do everything. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Katie Burr said she is going to be missing D23 by 1 week, and then she said September 6th is when they're starting to set up the Halloween. Disney Nerd Herders, do you have any for us? Do we have any Walt Disney World vacation planned in the future?
Not till next year.
Well, 2021, we're going for the 50th for sure, and we're going to be there. The craziness. We want to be there on October 1st, 2021.
But we'll be there next year, February, for a couple of days.
Yeah, we're going on a Disney cruise, and at the end of it, when we come home, I think it's like the 8th and the 9th, and we're going to fly home the 10th. So we're going to be there very briefly into the park. But we will be there for a little bit, and then we don't have anything planned until 2021 October, because we have like 3 cruises after that that we have to save for.
Yeah, again, ka-ching. Yeah, we book ourselves to the gills. I completely agree. I'm sympathetic to it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Charlie's asking us if we have any Walt Disney World plans, and we've been discussing the possibilities before our absolutely planned trip of December 2021.
So. Oh yeah, December 2021 or November 27th, 2021 is an absolute dead schedule. We're doing that no matter what.
But we're in discussions about maybe doing something sooner. But we'll keep everyone posted on that, though.
Yeah, that's also just a maze of what do we do? What do we want to do? When do we want to do it? And
it's kind of like you guys, D&G, about how you've got everything planned out with your cruises. We're planning out Disney trips right now.
Yeah, we only have one like guarantee that's set in stone that we want to do is the 2021. But if anything happens beforehand and we can do it, I want to try. Life is short, and this is our life. This is fun. I like meeting people and doing it, and that's it. We've been talking about a lot of different things, but again, just need the money.
Stacy Rogers has some breaking news. She says the truth about all the 50th anniversary stuff in 2021 in Walt Disney World. It's actually for my 50th birthday, not Walt Disney World. They are just letting everyone think that.
There's stuff that people did it for Disneyland. They had their birthday. They were born on 1955, and they were big fans. We ran into that one person. I remember that. So yeah, you happen to be super lucky. You have people born in 1971. Some people born in 1982.
Stacy, that sounds like maybe a possibility of a couple of ornaments on a tree.
Well, your mom was born the year after Mickey was born.
Not 2 years.
I was 2. Oh yeah, 30, and she was 28. Yeah. So she had Mickey birthday stuff. So
Rachel Suzag is leaving. So thank you so much, Rachel. The cat. We have one of the cats in here, but he's sacked out. He won't be joining the show. He's more comfortable down on the ground there. I'm going to kind of segue real quick because I know we have some people here that were are from the cruising site. And just want to give a quick, brief cruise news, which I thought was pretty humorous, because if you know me, you'll understand why I think this is humorous. But PO Cruise, which is a cruise line out of England, I believe, just recently, 6 people were assaulted during the early hours after a fight began after a passenger dressed as a clown, I repeat, a clown, upset a group of travelers because they felt uncomfortable that there was a clown on the boat. So that would probably be me. There was a big old fight that broke out because of it. I mean, it was so bad that people were confined to their cabins for the rest of the cruise.
Oh my gosh.
See,
that's a major swirl moment.
So, it goes to show, if you have to paint a smile on the face, you have issues, and you can start a brawl.
Oh my god.
Even on a cruise ship, you can start a brawl. So I thought that was pretty humorous. But then they came out today and they, PO Cruise said there was no clown on the ship. But I think there was. I just think there.
Oh, well, whereas the society has gotten very thin-skinned. I mean, everybody knows what happened. The tweet that came out in Florida about the mother kind of talking about childless children. I mean, we're not going to go there and talk about it because that can get very nasty. But that's another thing that came out a couple days ago. Why would people say stuff like that and do it? It's so inappropriate. It's like, your life is no more special than mine. And just now that we have these ways to speak out, we have these forms of communication.
You're talking about Disney millennials not having children?
Yeah, certain people should be banned. So, I'm just, no, you can't act that way. Yeah. You're making yourself superior or you're important.
Actually, it was very interesting because your comment said that people without children should be banned from Disneyland, and that all mothers...
Or Disney World or Disney.
No, Disney period. And then all mothers that have children should go to the front of the line, thinking, okay, if all of the childless people are banned from Disneyland, the only people in line will be Disney mothers. So
which is a huge
it
amount
would be
of people.
lines anyway.
Tons of lines. I know, it's just, and then the brawl at Disneyland Toontown, out of all, I mean, Fantasyland is pretty intense for children, but Toontown is just as much or more. And then there was that issue, and then Florida had something, and it's just like, where are we going in the society? And now I did hear about the clown brawl on a cruise ship, that, people freaked out over a clown on a cruise ship. So it's sad.
As long as it didn't cross, you had one of my fears there, and as long as it didn't go under a bridge, and there's sharks in the water.
So you mean on a bridge?
Well, the cruise ship can't go on the bridge unless there's a major accident.
Well, you said, never mind.
Even if I'm under a bridge. So yes, we'll leave it at that. RobFuz said the clown guy got booked and arrested. Ross joined us. Thank you, Ross, for joining us. Yeah, it's crazy out there, but you never know what's going to happen on there on a cruise. So that's why we like to go cruising, not because of clowns, but
yeah.
There's been a lot of changing subjects here. Sorry. There's been a lot of things on Facebook where I've seen where they're talking about all these different movies that are going to be made, Disney movies that are going to be made into real live action movies. So we have Treasure Planet, which I've never seen. I don't know why I haven't seen it, but I haven't. Atlantis. And they actually have people that they would like to play these parts. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of his name now. The one that is Spider-Man, Tom Holland. They want him to play the lead. What is his name?
Tobey Maguire, wasn't it?
No, this new Spider-Man. Derick, get your Spider-Mans right. They want Tom Holland to play. What is his name from Atlantis?
Milo.
Milo. They were talking about him playing that part. And I haven't heard too much about The Little Mermaid, although I was watching an interview with Melissa McCarthy, and she was on like a late night show, and they brought up that subject. And every time she was talking about Disney and Ursula, she winked her eye, and she was like, "If that's true," and she like looked right in the camera, and I'm thinking, you can't say it, but you're going to play Ursula. So I'm pretty sure it's set that she's going to play Ursula, and they're just trying to get everybody else in place to play the part. So I know they're trying to get the Prince have Prince Eric cast, and that's going to be a guy from oh my god, I can't think of his name. It's from that boy band.
Oh, Harry.
Yeah, Harry Styles.
Styles.
I don't know if I could see that.
I
So,
don't know.
but yeah.
Amy from AGC Magic TV is leaving. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
So we have him we have to cast for, or that have to cast for, and then King Triton, and then Flotsam and Jetsam. But I think everybody else they've gotten pretty much so far. I'm just interested to see how it is. I know Lion King has been doing very well. Aladdin was okay. Jim, are you planning on seeing any of these movies before they leave the theater?
I don't know. I haven't seen them yet, and I don't know when I'll have the opportunity to go see them. I haven't seen Toy Story 4. I haven't seen Lion King. I haven't seen Aladdin. I haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home.
You need to do.
I want to.
Do a Disney triple feature or something.
And then I return to work on Friday, so tomorrow will be my last chance, other than the weekends, of course. But yeah, it'll only get tougher from here.
Wow. Well,
Dang, where'd that summer go, Jim?
I don't know.
Doctor's appointments?
Yes, doctor's appointments all summer.
And Michigan.
Yes, and a trip to Michigan for a couple of weeks.
So it looks like Ross Merle, he said he's pulled the trigger and that he's now an owner of a DJI Osmo Pocket for vlogging and a DJI Osmo Mobile 2 for live streams and a rig set up for webcam live theater events. So good job. There's that saying, go big or go home, and you definitely went big on that. So good job. Hope it comes out good for you.
fantastic.
So Sheila said Keanu Reeves should play Prince Eric.
Too old.
What was that? Too old?
Too old.
I would say, unfortunately, he is too old. Although they do want him to be in the Marvel Universe as some character.
Moon Knight.
Huh?
Moon Knight.
Serious.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Moon Knight is one of my.
I'd like to see him in Little Mermaid as John Wick and see how that movie would go.
That would not be a G or PG movie. That'd be like a rated R. Sorry, kids, you can't see this Little Mermaid version.
I'd be fine with it.
Wow.
Moon Knight is one of my favorite Marvel comics. So that would be. I was hoping someone would do something with that character.
Yeah, he could be Moon Knight. That would be a good character for him.
It's awesome.
But he's always going to be Duke Kaboom.
He was awesome as Duke Kaboom. I like him.
He's now a popcorn cart at California Adventure. You know, our popcorn carts at Disneyland have the thing that moves.
I
There's
saw
a little Duke Kaboom in a popcorn cart at Paradise Pier at California Adventure. So that'll be kind of fun to see. Just the attention to detail is just, they think about the most oddest things.
The connect with all the luck.
Connect with all the luck.
So Jim, Sheila Bossiger said that you look like a friend of hers in Virginia. It's Senator Newman.
That's not the first time I've heard that. No, I don't even know who that is. But you've never seen us in the same room together, have you?
We were talking about Jim the other day, and there was an actor that I said Jim reminded me of a little bit. I don't remember who it was.
Your memory's going tonight.
No, it might have been Tom Cruise a little bit, because you guys had the same like quirkiness and characteristics. So I was watching him on a.
So when you're comparing me to Tom Cruise, it's his quirkiness that you're comparing me to. Okay. I'll take it. Whatever.
Just in case you didn't know, Jim is a vegan Scientologist.
It's not.
I am not. I'm only half that.
Not in there.
Well, you are coming to California.
No.
Jim is taller too.
Yeah, he's a lot
kind of
taller.
like the person, he goes to the gym. You know, he goes to the gym. Yes.
I just mean when he was being interviewed, the way that he joked and stuff reminded me of Jim. You know, I can't even pay a compliment. And there we go.
You know, Greg, I think we're all dying to see you try to put that long sleeve shirt back on. Can you do that for us?
Warm now that the air is off. It's probably like close to 100 degrees in this room right now.
Lights on.
We're like, hi.
Not like alien attacking you.
Wow.
I know. I'm like,
All right, guys. Is there anything else that you want to add? Any exciting news? Future
No.
plans?
future plans. We're just got to get prepared. We got our, like I said, our Southern California trip to meet all you guys has just been talking about that ad nauseum.
Yeah, and I'm working on an edit right now for a video where we're talking about a mail call. We got some packages in the mail.
Yeah, we now can have people. We don't want to feel that anybody's obligated because I don't want that much attention. Seriously. But we do have people that their generosity is overflowing and it can't be
Well, here's what it is. People have been asking us, do you have an address? So
yeah.
We have a box now.
We have a mailing address is what we want to call it.
Yeah.
Not a box. We have a mailing address that we figured it was time, and we just appreciate everybody in the love and vice versa. You know, Christmas cards, correspondence, postcards are also nice to get. So it's not stuff. So
some people might be getting things.
Yeah, he spent all night long on the couch doing something with the spreadsheet. God knows what it is. He was channeling Derick, so you know, Excel was burning last night. So yeah, we got that because I felt like if you're a big YouTuber, people want to need a mailing address. That was the biggest news, and like I said, it's going to be August 1st in a couple of hours. Wow. And the Christmas is almost here, and we were just talking about when we decorate for the fall and then what we do for Christmas. So.
I can't even look that far into the future. I have to just enjoy the now.
Well, I'll be there. I'll be in August before you guys, so I'll let you know how it is.
There are about almost 6 hours remaining of the 31st of July. I make it seem like it's like New Year's Eve or something.
Not for them. They have 3 hours on the East Coast.
I know.
We have 3 more hours left, and then, but yeah, we're just chug-a-lugging right along, trying to figure out how to do the live streaming thing. So other than that, we'll figure it out. It's no big deal. I mean, it's just like anything. It's technology. Nothing's going to be easy, and what is easy is still going to be hard. I'm just grateful that there's a platform where we could do something. So no matter what it is, that we can communicate with everybody, hang out with everybody, do stuff with everybody.
RobFuz is saying, "Rest in peace, Google Hangouts. We will miss you."
Everybody's gonna be wearing the funeral blacks tomorrow. Morning.
Google will come out with something, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Why are they getting rid of it anyway? I don't think I ever knew why.
It was legacy part of Google Plus because Google Plus, they got rid of that whole department and they destroyed everything that was Google Plus. It was their way. So this was legacy.
They have something else coming.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not going to be available to the general public yet.
Because they need to get rid of everything Google Plus.
He called it Google Meet or Google Chat, right?
It might be a form of Google. It might be a form of YouTube. It could be that they just bought a company and they want to use that software and that way of linking different because of the encoding and just better software. You know, Google, they buy stuff. It's why we create the wheel when you could just buy someone who already, you know, created something. So I have a funny feeling they're getting rid of that old legacy and they have another thing of a company they bought. They want to do it so they can put it onto different platforms. So there's Alphabet owns Google and YouTube, and
this is all.
So this is
pontificating, speculation.
Yeah, this is me just doing it. But I know enough people in the tech that I can see and read tea leaves. I can see between the lines. So that's my hypothesis that I think they know they need to do something, and that's it.
Mickey Sightings, who I don't know if we welcomed them before. If we didn't, I'm sorry. I'm welcome. They said we tried out StreamYard last night and really liked it. And then Christy Corner said we tried the free version of StreamYard and on our Spill in the Disney Tea yesterday, you can have 6 channels on it. It was pretty good and easier to use than Hangouts, which actually says a lot because I think for us, Google Hangouts was really simple to connect with.
We will be using StreamYard tomorrow
Tomorrow,
night for our broadcast.
Yeah, I have to see it and use it for my own thing, and then I want to do RobFuz's. I do want to play with Ecamm Live.
Yeah, we'll be doing
So
both. We'll be trying out a lot of things, so we'll see what's going on.
And I have another person I'm kind of got some information out to who works in the TV industry, who does interviews, and then I have another gal who does this also stuff. So there's a zillion different flavors. It's just too hard.
Jim, anything else?
Well, back to StreamYards and Hangouts, and I wish Steve were still here to discuss this with him. But Hangouts has that cool feature where when you speak, the camera switches to you. But there's also that's not a perfect feature, because when somebody's when more than one person's trying to speak, you get that distorted audio for a little bit, and you can't hear anybody for a second or two. So I think if Steve were to take over, or whoever's hosting their show, if one of them were to take on the role of technical director, that's the person that switches from camera to camera in a TV studio. If somebody were to do that, I think in no time they'd find that that's just as good as the feature on Hangouts that they're used to. It might even work better. And the nice thing about StreamYards is when multiple people are talking, you can hear everybody clearly still. So that's kind of a neat thing about StreamYards I found as well.
Yeah, also the latency, the encoding is way different than Google's, because we're kind of a little choppy, even though we're 130 megabits per second. You still have that latency. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. That's why I think, okay, let it go. We'll figure it out. But if they can find something to get it out, because right now everybody's big on live streaming. Live streaming, I think more videos going up on YouTube. There was a statistic out that of time and time of videos and how many videos that are going up is more than actual content, created content. So, because everybody wants to go live.
It's easier.
It is easier.
It's easier than putting together a video, editing it, and everything else.
But it doesn't have the evergreenness of it that Google likes. So I think they're going to start penalizing people who do too much live streaming, because live streaming, you want to talk, you want to see comments, it's for the here and the now. Nobody goes back to it, or they'll just scrub through it really quick. The amount of people going back and watching or a live video is tiny. So they're going to probably not penalize live streaming people on their stuff where they'll get you up higher, up into the algorithms. They're going to want people actually creating evergreen content where you're actually, putting real stuff out there. That's another thing that's guaranteed that's happening, and they're talking about that at the Google offices, is that the live streaming is just so much that they got to tap it down, or people could do it, but we're not going to put you up higher. You're going to still count your time, but we don't want just people just live streaming. So just keep a yin and a yang out to that for all you guys, because I know something's coming down.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't guarantee it, but you might as well just keep it. It doesn't mean that you're going to go away, or they're going to penalize you, or they're going to drop you. It's just there is too much live streaming.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about, or any news or anything?
Still waiting for you to put on that shirt, Greg.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
Okay. Then no, I don't have anything.
So you saw my thing, Jim, that I posted when we went to the July thing. I was thinking about you the whole time at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah, yeah. When was that? The live stream. I challenged Pepper Tree Villa. What was their most unusual food item that they have with a Disney character on it? And today during their July stream, it was a bag of lettuce, a salad.
Yeah, Dole.
With Mickey on it.
Yep. I'm gonna keep it, and it's gonna go in my collection. So I'm gonna have the packaging of a bag of salad. We got the Pepperidge Farm, and we have the Eggo waffles.
Pepperidge Farm goldfish.
So we got those, and then
with
all because
little Mickey heads.
I need to find the celery sleeve that has Mickey on it.
Actually, the Toy Story goldfish are better than the Mickey ones.
Oh, I'll have to look for those.
Yeah, no, they were there. The Toy Story 4 was underneath it. We wanted to get all the Mickey ones.
Plus, Jim's going to be doing a Chubby Bunny at Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's the marshmallow thing you're supposed to be having a contest. You and Greg, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to do that with you, Bob. That would be fun.
Oh, I thought I was a moderator.
No, you could join in on it too. You can moderate while you play it and see how much you can talk.
All right, we'll have me accountable for the marshmallows, and we'll see how it goes.
I'll watch that.
Stacy Rogers is heading out. Stacy, or if you guys are heading over to Dis and That, definitely
Yeah, we gotta push over them over there.
tell them that Big Explorer and Little Explorer sent you. Big Explorer. Is that everything? And Bob, anything that you have upcoming that you're doing?
We're going to Disneyland.
Woo!
In case you hadn't heard,
So are we.
there's this there's a like a little happening at the end of the week too. Some D23 something. I don't know.
And let like about 3 weeks or so.
Get to hang out with Jim again,
Woohoo!
and we'll see if this time he will do anything we ask him to do.
Yeah, I am all talk. I'll claim to be able to do, or willing to do anything, but I'm not willing to do anything.
I think my favorite part of that, Jim, was when it was Travis or Bryson said something and you said, "Yeah, that guy's a liar."
Well,
Yeah, I'm all talk.
we're gonna be able to meet you, Bob, and then also Ashley, and then
Yeah, the better half will be there.
yeah, and meet Jim also. So
Pepper
that'd be
Tree Village,
cool.
there's a lot. Yeah. Debbie,
Well, we
you-
met Pepper Treeville in person,
True.
so we haven't met them in person, but we'll see Pepper Treeville again in person.
Debbie,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Debbie Emanuel, who is our friend up a little bit north of us, joined us. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think we're almost about out of here. Real quick, just to wrap it up, we do have a few things coming up for us. We do have D23 in Disneyland. We're incredibly excited about
Some
that.
videos coming up finally.
Yes. We have our Norwegian Escape coming up cruise in September. September 22nd is when we sail out. So looking forward to that. We actually are going to be meeting some people up in New York the night before we sail out. So that's going to be exciting. And then what else? We have in the horizon our group cruise. So if you guys are interested on going on a cruise and you want to feel the comfort of going out and getting to know us, we are doing our group cruise September 26th on the Symphony of the Seas, which is the largest ship in the world. That's going to be in 2020. You can email us in the description down below. It has our email, and you can email us, and we can send you the information on the group cruise. We'll be talking about it a lot more after the Norwegian cruise. We'll start pushing it, but we really want to start letting people out there. If you're interested, we'd love to have you. We have 15 cabins available for people to come and join us. We have a smaller cruise, so we'd like you guys to join us. And anything else? No. Thank you, moderators, tonight for joining. All the help that you do always for
Thank you
us.
very much.
Our support channels, who are basically all here. RobFuz, thank you again so much for joining us, and everything that you do for us. Steve's World, who was with us earlier, and Ben, great people. So thank you for joining us. Tom Henry's still with us. He's still awake. Thank you. So Tom Henry actually is one of the people that we're going to be meeting in New York. So that's going to be exciting. We're excited to meet him.
So now we have to hear how you guys each end your shows. We'll say not your channel. So Bob, how do you and Ashley end your show?
Don't waste a day. Every day is a gift.
Right.
Jim?
Show me the money.
I get it. I got it. Tom Cruise. That's why he said it.
Villa.
Well, we have several. Sometimes if we're doing a food one, we say life is too short to eat bad food.
And
We also have adventurers out there.
remember adventures out there.
And then, of course, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Thank you all. Thank you, Derick and Greggory.
Welcome. And Jim, you didn't say that line the right way. You're supposed to yell that line like you did in the movie.
All right, hang on. Show me the money!
There you go.
Now my family's gonna wonder what's going on in here.
Yeah, all these cats are going to start meowing.
RobFuz says, and me in New York, we did it. Is my end tag. That's what he says.
Rob.
If you're going over to this and that, tell them D&G Explorers sent you over there. And with that, you guys, how we like to end our shows, as Walt Disney says.
We are just getting started. Everybody have a good night as our lights go out.
Night, everyone.
Bye.